Alright, I want to make more content here, so let's try to do another one of these clickbait reactions. Live reacting to a clickbait video. Once again, we're going with TheThings, because, well, it seems to be the only clickbait channel that talks about a lot of the same kind of stuff that I talk about, so, you know, same kind of shows. So this one is, it says a month old. Victorious actors Hollywood won't cast anymore, so actors from the Nickelodeon Schneider's Bakery sitcom Victorious, who Hollywood supposedly won't cast anymore. Is this valid? Don't know. Let's take a look at the video and see. I already watched the first 44 seconds, so let's just continue this. So I'll be back in a second to tell you what I thought of, like, I don't know, the first half. Okay, I'm close to halfway through. This is bad so far. Okay, so basically, this is one of those clickbait videos. Well, it's probably like a lot of clickbait videos where it's just like, we're going to create this premise, the title, Victorious actors Hollywood won't cast anymore, and then just come up with whatever we can just based around the title, even if it's not totally accurate. Bear with me here. Okay, so, yeah, alright, so first, they talk about Avan Jogia, who plays Beck. So, it's with him, his portion is just like, he's been in some movies, and then he's chosen to do other things. He's had some small roles in some kind of small films, smallish films, and he's chosen to do other things like writing, modeling, and writing a book and stuff. Poem book. And as of 2020, when this video came out, the current year, he's been cast in a film. So that kind of just contradicts the premise there. Then we got Elizabeth Gillis, who plays Jade. So, like, this is just kind of like a lot of this just going over things that they've done since then. And, you know, sometimes things they did before Victorious. Has, I guess, a major role on the reboot of Dynasty. At one point, they said that she was on-screen besties with Kat Valentine. I don't think that's totally accurate statement. When they're like, hey, she was still on Dynasty. But nothing else yet. I mean, okay, that's TV. That's not really Hollywood, but she's doing stuff. Like, it kind of makes the title, makes it seem like it's like, oh, they won't cast them anymore, but they're getting jobs. Like, it's not like they've been, like, it makes it sound like they got blacklisted or something, but there's nothing about that in this video. And also, okay, I did a quick, you know, Google search of this. Elizabeth Gillis, she was on a show, on FX, a short-lived show on FX, starring, and I believe created by Denis Leary. It's called Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll. Now, they don't mention this, they leave this out. I think she had a lead role in this show, like a major role. But there's one point in the video where I think they talk over a clip from this show. I could have sworn I saw Denis Leary. But they talk about Dynasty when they're talking over this clip. So that's, you know, I think shows a lack of knowledge about the thing you're talking about. Oh, also I looked it up. She apparently had a role in the Vacation movie. The sequel, reboot, whatever, with Ed Helms, I think it was. That's Hollywood. That's a Hollywood movie. That's clearly a mainstream Hollywood movie. So that's just, title's not accurate again there. Then they talk about Matt Bennett, who played Robbie. This one is just weirdly written and has a lot of contradictions within it, this segment. First they say he's one of the more successful Victorious actors since then. And they're just kind of like, and then after they're just like, well, he hasn't really done much since Victorious. And then, after that, another contradiction. Well, they say he hasn't done much acting since Victorious. Then they're just like, contradiction again. Oh, but he was on American Vandal on Netflix, and they implied that it was kind of a big role. And that was a kind of successful show, so kind of a contradiction. And then it's just like, oh, now he's focusing on his career as a DJ. So that one's just weirdly written and kind of contradicts itself multiple times. So that's dumb. And then we talk about... No, sorry. Oh, by the way, this video is 11 minutes and 20 seconds long. So far, I'm not even halfway through, and there's been 2 ad breaks. So yeah, obviously this is, they're very concerned about making money with this video. Seems to be a big priority as opposed to, say, I don't know, making good content. Then they talk about Danielle Moen, who plays Trina. They pad out the video's runtime by being like, hey, here's some things she did before Victorious. She's been in a lot of sitcoms. And they're just like, she's been in a couple things here and there, but not a lot of big stuff. Okay, very interesting. Very fascinating stuff there. Alright, so I'll watch the rest of the video. They're about to talk about Eric Lange, who played Psychowitz, and, yeah, okay. I'll come back in a second and tell you how that worked out. Okay, that wasn't too much better. Okay, so first thing, they're talking about Eric Lange, who played Psychowitz. They mispronounce it twice. They say Sikowitz. These people have not watched the show, have they? I don't think so. So for him, this one is weird because they just talk about how he has been successful and he has been in other TV shows and movies, even though just based on the description of what he's done, you could argue he hasn't necessarily been in much more than the other people they've talked about. They say he's cast in a 2020 movie called Antebellum, and then there's this line, but not every cast member was as fortunate as Eric. So with him, it's just like, okay, he has been successful, and they don't just use him as like a jumping point to talk about other people. Like, it's a segment just like all the other segments dedicated to him that directly contradicts what the video is supposed to be about. Okay, next, Leon Thomas is on as Andre. They say, here's a quote. He has managed to keep his acting career afloat. And another quote, never found a claim. So, he's still being cast, is what you're saying, and things. So, once again, not what the video is supposed to be about. They actually go through, I think, every single actor on Victorious. So, it's basically just like, we're going to talk about all the actors on Victorious and what they've done since. You know, I don't think there's any major person they leave out. No, they don't. They go through all of them. Next, Michael Eric Reid, who played a recurring character, Sinjin. This is the first one where it's like genuinely just like, okay, yeah, the guy's not getting cast and stuff. His acting career has not been as successful as the rest of the Victorious cast. And he's just doing other things like political activism. So that's the first one that's accurate, but he's a recurring character. You know, if this is his biggest role, he's not necessarily, you know, going to be guaranteed more stuff. So it's not that surprising. Next, they go with, they get to Victoria Justice. You might think they do last, but no. And this is actually another one where she genuinely kind of, according to the information here, yeah, it's kind of accurate. She's not being cast because she's had trouble, you know, they said that she's had trouble kind of getting away from that whole Nickelodeon, you know, kid-friendly thing. Talk about how she's done some movies that have been flops, and they actually presented like, okay, she kind of, you know, isn't getting cast. And that's the first time it's kind of genuinely like, all right, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. So I guess good job with that one. Took you, you know, till the end to start doing these that are actually, you know, accurate to the title. And then they talk about Ariana Grande. But with her, it's not that they say this. It's not that she's not being cast. It's that she doesn't want to be because she's focusing on her career as a musician, and she's one of the biggest pop stars in the freaking world. So what do you think? She has no reason really to do much acting if she's having much more success with music. So it's not like that they won't cast her. It's that she doesn't try and be in things. She probably could get some roles if she wanted to, but instead she's being, you know, a famous pop star. So yeah, this is, yeah, like I said, it's just like, let's create this premise and then try to do whatever we can to build a video around the premise, even if it's not accurate to the title, to the premise. So, stupid, yeah. Clickbait, totally inaccurate to what it's supposed to be for the most part. Yeah, I think I'm done with this channel. I'd like to try to do more of these clickbait videos. They are fun to make, but it's like, I don't think I want to give this channel any more attention or views. Don't go watch the video unless you're curious, because you're just going to give them support. You know, just, yeah, don't bother with this channel. It's bad. I think I'm going to try to stop with this channel. I got to try to find another channel. If anybody wants to recommend any other clickbait like this, it doesn't necessarily have to be a video. Maybe it could be like an article or something. That's something other than the things. Feel free to let me know. It could be a little older, that's fine. This is like a month old. Some of the stuff I did before was like a year old, but yeah, not good stuff. Alright, that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching, and I hope to get some more videos out to you soon. Bye.